about the theme of light in different faith traditions, and I'll try to draw that to a conclusion with some further references to Diwali. And thank you to Deepak for that really fascinating marriage of two traditions. Let there be light. These are the powerful words attributed to God in the Jewish creation story, and they mark a crucial point in the narrative, before which everything was dark and nothing could be seen. Ancient peoples marvel at the sun, the moon, and the stars, conscious of their life and light-giving power. And they reflected on the whole concept of light, both physical and metaphorical. In our scientific age, we may know much more about the workings of the universe, but we still do the same. We still marvel at these sources of life and light. Religions have used light throughout history to represent important central themes in their teaching: awareness, understanding, radiance, joy, revelation, hope, peace, and perhaps importantly, the contrast with darkness, gloom, fear, and despair. And we see this reflected in the Hindu festival of Diwali. And over the next few weeks, we'll see it also in the Jewish festival of Hanukkah. And of course, then when Christians celebrate the birth of Christ at Christmas. Light is a common motif in the music of worship, as we've just heard, and we're hearing from all our hymns this morning. In devotions, in rituals, and in the visual art of places where faith communities gather together. Light-related themes are keenly evident in festivals and special times, as marked by various religious communities around the world, and not least in some of the passages of Scripture and other writings from the various faiths. So in the Hebrew Bible, we read in Psalm 27 of how God is like light. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom then shall I fear? Elsewhere in these ancient Jewish writings, the psalmist addresses God as the one who lights his lamp. The Lord my God lightens my darkness. Christianity, of course, has many similar references. Jesus claims to be the light of the world, but he also tells his followers that they must be light for the world in order to overcome darkness, evil, hopelessness. In Islam, we read how light represents the presence of Allah, Allah being the Arabic word for God, the light of the heavens and the earth. The Baha'i faith has some particularly rich writings on the theme, especially in the writings of Abdul Baha. All the holy ones of God, he wrote, have tried with heart and soul to spread the light of love and unity throughout the world, so that the darkness of materiality might disappear and the light of spirituality might shine forth. Then would hate, slander, and murder disappear, and in their stead, love, unity, and peace would reign. This is no less evident in the religious traditions originating further to the east, the Dharmic faiths of India and beyond. In Buddhism, light is also a metaphor for enlightened wisdom, truth, and spiritual awakening. Sikhism has a very similar concept and seeks believe that the divine spark or light of God is present in all humankind, and so all should therefore be treated equally with dignity and respect. So this weekend, and the next couple of days, the next few days, the Hindu community here in Belfast, as around the world, is marking Diwali, that autumn festival of light. One of the most important special times amidst a calendar full of special days and festivals. If anyone is interested, by the way, in finding out a little bit more about the Hindu faith, there is an article at the back of the church which you're very welcome to take and read. Hinduism is really very diverse, and Diwali practices vary from place to place, but generally speaking, many Hindus do adopt similar practices during the days of the festival, noting, as we've heard in various ways already, particularly the great epic of the Ramayana, the story of how Rama rescued his wife Sita, returning home to the lit-up city of Ayodhya, symbolizing the victory of light over darkness. Hindus light their homes with diya lamps, they use candles, they use also rangoli patterns made from powders and sand on the floors of their house, and they also make offerings, as again we've heard, to the deity Lakshmi, who's invited into their homes. For many Hindus, the 5-day festival concludes with the start of a new year. Diwali is also marked by other religions of the Indian subcontinent, though with their own distinctive emphases. So Sikhs recall the release from prison of one of their early leaders or gurus, and the Golden Temple at Amritsar is lit up, as are Sikh homes, with lamps and candles. Jains light diya lamps also to symbolize the inner light of knowledge, and they often observe fasting at that time. And even some Buddhists observe a form of Diwali, especially in Nepal, using butter lamps and reciting mantras. When we learn how those who belong to different faiths, beliefs and cultures mark different times of the year together with their associated ideals and values, we're doing much more than observing what might at first seem like nothing more than the curious behaviour of other people. We're opening ourselves to the diversity of humankind, listening to and learning from those with whom we share this local and global community, recognising a mutual humanity above all our differences and setting markers for a world of understanding, justice and peace. These are qualities that we need more than ever in our world today. So in whatever ways we can, through Diwali, through Hanukkah, through Christmas, through the many other ways, let us share the light.